Josh Green here for Tungsten Tales, here at the World's launch, just a few weeks away from the World Championship, but we will start with last night down in my another title. Excited for the next few weeks?
Yeah, of course. It's always it's great to of course go into the World Championship with a lot of confidence, with another trophy you can take home. So that's nice. Like, it gives you pleasure, gives you joy, and gives you confidence, and that's what it's all about.
Particularly emotional one for yourself as well. We saw the emotion on stage and afterwards.
Yeah, of course. But then you can see how much it still means to me when me winning tournaments, and I'm still hungry. I still love what I do, and that's for me, for myself personally, really important, because sometimes you can be putting yourself in a position that you think, or getting a bit lazy. But I'm not. I love what I do, so yeah, to win two tournaments then, it's a joy.
And to play the way you did as well. I mean, Rob Cross played an extremely good game, but you were always one step ahead in that game.
Yeah, luckily I was. I think I played some, especially early doors, some phenomenal darts, and yeah, that made me win this tournament. And I think my display overall was, quite good. Didn't make a lot of mistakes all tournament. I was focused. I was concentrating, and it made me win the tournament. Nice.
When you're Michael van Gerwen, and it's hard to go under the radar, but you've won a large amount of tournaments this year, and people still aren't really thinking, wow, he's unbeatable. How do you feel?
Of course I'm not unbeatable, but when people want to beat me in the form where I'm now, they have to play some good darts, and when I'm now on the stage again, I'm there with full confidence, and that's for myself really important, because then you feel strong, and you feel the power, and you feel that you can do something extra, and that's sometimes really important.
Maybe 18 months ago you were playing well but not quite getting the results.
Mm-hmm.
People were wondering whether you
but that's different. 18 months ago we had Corona, I had an injury on my hand. There's a lot of circumstances why it made it happen, and now I'm pain-free, feel good, winning tournaments again, and
Kind of feels like you've worked your way back up to this fitness, and you've
That's not that easy. People always think that's easy, but that takes some doing, and that takes, of course, it's hard sometimes, but when you want to achieve something in life, you have to work hard and you have to battle for things.
So many people have won the title of the Players' Championship finals down in Minehead and then gone on to win the World Championship, yourself included, of course. Do you see that as just a positive going into the World?
Of course the World, but no guarantees. You still need to focus yourself game by game and focus yourself constantly, and it's going to be really hard, because everyone knows the World Championship is a hard tournament, different circumstances, different pressure, so you need to be prepared for anything.
After the disappointment of last year, is there even more focus in your mind for this year's World Championship?
Yeah, of course. Of course, there's all focus. And last year, if you ask me the question, do I regret it? No, it's just how it was. And you can look back, but it's history. Now you need to look to the future, and the future says I'm playing some good darts again, and I can do some good damage again, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
The best darts you've been playing going into a World Championship for a few years, do you think?
I think, yeah. Especially if you look to my confidence and what I've been winning this year, it's only a plus. And from there on, of course, you always need to try to look at where I can change my game, where do I think is still more to grab. But overall, looking forward to it.
You're a pretty heavy favourite going into that tournament. Do you feel that's where you deserve to be at the moment?
Yeah, I don't know if I have to deserve, but after winning 4 major titles, I think you deserve to be there.
I have to agree with you there, Michael. I want to talk about a couple of other players, if that's all right. Josh Rock, you were hoping for that meeting in Minehead, but he obviously lost in the first round.
That's what everyone was already expecting him to win that game and to have a clash with me again, but that's what it is. There's a lot of good dart players on the tour. Also Cameron Menzies, who can hit the 100 average, and you deserve to win that game. So people need to stop putting so much pressure on the young guy's shoulders, because it's hard enough anyway.
Yeah, and obviously he's the World Youth Champion now. We've seen people that have made the final of that, people who have won that. Some of them aren't on tour anymore.
I never won that tournament. I lost twice the final. But I won a few bigger tournaments. You know what I mean? That's how it is. So that doesn't mean anything.
And where are the players that you played in the final?
Exactly. So that's how darts is. You need to be also mentally. There's only one game of darts, but you have to be constant. You have to play well all year through, and you keep progressing yourself, and that's really important.
I know you spoke about it in the previous interview, but I think everybody was pleased for Michael Smith getting his first.
Yeah, of course. I texted him also the day after. I said, "Well done, mate." And, he totally deserved it as well. I think the way with his talent and with everything, he's a credit to darts. So fair play to him.
Do you think that makes him more dangerous going into the World Championship now?
Michael Smith is always dangerous, even before. Michael Smith is just a good player, so you always have to be aware. When he's in the top game, you have to produce something special, and everyone knows that.
Everybody asked you about rivals, but do you feel like Michael Smith is now in that bracket with himself, Peter, Gerwen?
They are good players, but it's also on the day. It's always different, you know what I mean? Can you call it rivalry? Not yet, because they like to create something what's not there yet. But of course, there's a lot of good dart players, and if you play against one of the other top guys, you have to play well. That's normal.
Talking about rivalries, I mean, Luke Humphries and yourself have had some great games this year. Obviously, in the Grand Slam, he came out on top yesterday. You came out on top. Do you feel like that's sort of thing that could develop into a rivalry?
You never know. Depends how Luke Humphries develops himself. I think he will be in the Premier League. He deserves to be in the Premier League. I think he's number 5 in the world at the moment. So there's a big chance he's going to be there. So that's the next step for him to learn. You know what I mean? To already say now it's a rivalry is a bit short. Of course he's a good player, and I can lose to any player, but I also can beat him. You know what I mean? So they are a bit quick. We're always saying, is there a rivalry? Do you know what I mean? That's Taylor, Barney, myself. Taylor, Barney, myself. That's, I think, we've been playing each other for 15 years. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit different.
You talk about Premier League there. Obviously, there's certain names that will already be in. You mentioned Danny Noppert, somebody you don't think will be in the Premier League. What are your reasons for that?
I don't know. If you ask me if he deserves it, he did really well so far. But I don't know. You're also going to look to for the PDC for the commercial point of view, and also other players who are doing really well. Nathan has played 2 finals. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's also going to be tough for the PDC and Sky to pick the players, especially this year, I think.
Just going back to the World Championship and Fallon Sherrick being here, I'll speak to her very soon. Obviously, 3 women in the tournament this year. Do you just see that as a positive that we're getting more exposure for women?
Well, of course, it's good for women darts, especially what Fallon has been doing the last 3-4 years. It's good for women darts, but I don't really care. If you want to win the tournament, you have to beat anyone anyway.
And finally, come January the 3rd, we'll be seeing Michael van Gerwen lift that world title.
100%.
Thank you very much for your time.